Look, I was just laying down here thinking the winds was just picking up, the rain was coming. Something that I know we needed over here. There's a lot of woods over here the animals needed. Anyway, it got me to thinking about, and then I started listening to John Hagee, and he was saying how, the rains will come, and unless you like Elijah, one of the prophets he called out and said, unless you like them, and you got the power to tell the rain to stop. And when he said that, it reminded me of a time that which he just said exactly happened. Now, and I wanted to make this video to give a shout out. Well, just to ask that, I know that young lady, you still gotta be here. You and that child. Well, anyway, here go the story, y'all. And it is a true story. I don't know the girl who it was, but if she's out there somewhere, I know she could come and validate this story. Anyway, she had got off the bus. She got off the bus with the baby. I just happened to be walking past. And I think she had a bag, some balloons, congratulations. And I asked her, I was like, oh, you just had the baby? And she was like, yeah, I'm just bringing it home. And I was like, oh, congratulations. She's like, thank you. Then out of nowhere, it started raining. And I mean, it started coming down. So now, it was like, I believe it was if it wasn't on a Sunday, it was on a holiday. And it was, I believe, later in the afternoon. I don't remember the time, but I know for some strange reason, all the stores were closed, and there was none of the canopies out. So it was like nowhere to shield her, cause she ain't had no umbrella. It wasn't really nowhere to shield her and the baby from. And so I'm looking around for a piece of cardboard. Nothing. There's nothing around. So I just looked up and told the rain to stop. And the rain immediately, like no soon as I said it, not another drop came down. At least not where we were standing. And she looked and was like, "Oh shit!" Now at this time, I was in the world of drugs. I was a drug abuser at this time, but I wasn't no bad man. I was never that. In fact, I had a lot of clout where I was at, even though I was like people show love and care and concern to me. And mostly they will all be saying, yo, when you gonna stop this, yo, you too good for this. I never had an answer for none of them. But yeah, the young lady, I was just wondering about you and your little child, and if you ever do share that story with him, to tell him, yeah, the first day I was bringing you home, and it started raining, and I met this man, and he just looked up and told the rain to stop, and it stopped. Well, anyway, she said thank you to me, and I told her, don't thank me, thank heaven. Because really, sister, it was just as shocking. It was like, it was the first time that had ever happened with me. Uh, that I looked up and just told the rain to stop, and it stopped. I mean, that never had happened with me before. Some chalk it up to coincidence. Well, if it was a coincidence, it was a hell of a coincidence. But I was happy to be of service to you, or heaven was happy to be of service to us that day, because shit, I ain't had no umbrella with me neither. Even though the rain didn't bother me, I would walk through it, and especially at those times in my life, I would walk through the rain, and it would feel so good. Anyway, um, there's another story I wouldn't mind sharing, and that is I was on a bus. I believe I was going to Kentucky. And I was on the bus. It was a full bus, too. I mean, might have been one or two, vacant seats, but predominantly we had a full bus. I had fell asleep. I woke up. It was about maybe three something in the morning. How I knew is because, like, I woke up. The bus was going. The people next to me, the person next to me was some young lady. She was asleep, and so I got up. I used the bathroom, and I saw everybody was asleep. I sat back down. As I'm sitting down, like we on the bridge. Like I think that's the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, that long bridge, and we on it. And out of nowhere, I'm laying down. You see right where I'm at, you see a whale come out like he comes out the water, and he's so close to the bridge that this motherfucker was big, so he came out, and he's so close to the bridge that we riding down the highway, and you can actually see see like I can actually see the bus go by in his eyeball, right? And so when he as we ride past, he comes up, he sits there, the bus go past. As soon as the bus go past his eye, and I just waved hi at him. I ain't know what else to do. I'm like, God damn, that motherfucker big as hell. I'm like, it didn't even cross through my mind. What if he jumped on the bridge? Nothing like that. I was just amazed. Not scared or nothing. I was just amazed, shocked. Like, oh shit. Like, wow, this is so fucking. Wish I would have had a phone at that time and I could have recorded it. But anyway, as we ride past him, and he goes back down, I'm looking around to see if anybody was up to seeing this shit. And as I'm looking around, there's nobody, but then I look down to the bus driver in the mirror, and he looks at me, though they got a big ass sign, no talking to the driver. Big ass sign, and we were one of them drivers that he let you know when he got on the bus, he don't want no bullshit on his bus. He'll let you know all announcements. You don't have to come and ask him nothing. The bathroom's in the back. He kept it gully. So when I looked up, in the mirror, he looked up in the mirror, and I could see that he saw me, and he just shook his head like, yeah, I saw it. And so boom, we keep riding, cause this we not too long got on the bridge when this happened. So now we riding. As we riding down, I'm still thinking about this shit, right? Now remember I told you I waved at it, right? As we ride, like maybe 5 minutes pass by, 10 minutes, something like that. But we riding. But before we get to the other end where we coming off, the whale comes back out the water. And now, like when he was first on the water, you ain't really get to see how big this dude was, because it wasn't all his body that became submerged. But when he came up out the water, and he came like a dolphin would dive, like come out the water, he came all the way out. Like he went way down. Like when he went down, he went way down on the intention of coming back up and out and waving back high to me, because this is exactly what it did. It came out, boom, came out the water all the way, jumped out. You see, this motherfucker was huge. And when he was going back down in the water, he was waving his fin like this. And then he was gone. And I said, oh shit. I couldn't, those are like some moments in my life that I'll never forget. Like those are two moments I will never forget. I got a few other moments, stories like that too. But when I do give the second story, because like I said, the first part of my life story is out there. Well, it's not really out there yet. I got to get a hold of my granddaughter. But the title of that story book, it's a book I wrote. I actually I got a copy of it here, but it's in paper form where I was gonna get a copy written, and I'm undecided on what to really do with that yet, but I'll make up my mind soon. Hopefully, whenever I'm waiting to see when the resources are able, I'm able to obtain the resources to put the story out, because that's a story of August 31st, 1965, a little baby was born. And the story that is told from the life of this little boy is a very remarkable one. One that you wouldn't even believe, but when the story is told, there are people that are familiar with the story, and I know this tale probably like over in China, especially with the martial arts world, because of Ip Man, this story of this little boy is told. Anyway, yeah, the book is terrible, Tiny Tim. Hopefully one day I'll have it out there to you, the public, and y'all could get ready for some real good reading. I mean, some unbelievable reading too, you might think, but I tell you, it's all true. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to share that. Big shout outs to you, that girl, even though I don't know your name. Wish I would have got your name that day so I could have give you a proper shout out. But to you and that child, to that baby, I don't know if it was a boy or a girl, but to you and that child, God and good blessings go to y'all. And also to that bus driver that day, because I know that bus driver, he saw it all. So to that bus driver that day, yeah, that was me and you on the bus. He wasn't alone, but it looked like everybody else was asleep. I ain't see nobody else that was up except for me and you. So I know you gotta remember that well story that I just told. And you, the young lady from the bus stop that day on Rockaway and Pickens Avenue. Like, anyway, I love y'all in the world, and I hope y'all be staying safe. And don't worry, we gonna have relief soon. You know, I'm sure of it. God bless.